Can you see?
Yes,
Hello.
yes, Taj, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm going to put the first slide. Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you. You can put the first slide.
Okay, there it is. Can you see the slide?
Yes, just take it to presentation mode.
Okay, presentation mode. My friend Fred is very efficient. Okay. There are few people like you around.
Good, perfect.
Did you hear me say that?
Allow me just to confirm if our participants can hear us. So, good
Okay.
afternoon, everyone. Uh, I hope you can hear me and also you can hear our speaker and also see him. So, maybe you can just confirm that you can hear me. Very good. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Abraham. Thank you, Lucy. So allow me take this early opportunity to welcome everyone on board, those who have found time to log into today's webinar. We want to say thank you for finding time. And on behalf of Lab Medicine Society of Kenya, we say welcome. Those who are within the country, even those who are outside the country, welcome. And we hope to have a very, very insightful session. So I can see many of you are tuned in: Agneta Ogola, Festus Gona, Samuel Amata, Bernard Sandangi, Chepegont Rosbella, Grace Okech, Jackson Oloko, Joash Kirwa, Milanya Milan, Evan Songwen, Samuel Sirengo, Sheila Chiro, and all of you have found time. So welcome once again. And today, as you can see on your screen, we have a very exciting topic, which is in-house micropipette volume check. And all of you will agree with me that accurate measurements are the foundation of reliable laboratory results. And this webinar is just designed to strengthen quality assurance practices by equipping all of us with the practical knowledge and standardized approaches to verify our micropipette accuracy and also precision. We realize that in this era where minor volume deviations can significantly impact diagnostics and even the patient outcomes. So we need to master how to verify these volumes in-house because this is now not optional, but it's very essential. So we are privileged to have a very, very well-renowned speaker and one of our very senior colleagues, that is Taj Abib. And for those who are new to him, Taj Abib has extensive hands-on experience in medical lab sciences, and he's also recognized for his technical excellence, leadership, and commitment to evidence-based medical practice. And our speaker today is also an author who has contributed authoritative work that advances lab standards and clinical accuracy. So once again, Taj, you just confirmed that you can hear me. I want to welcome you in a very special way, and you can proceed.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, fine. Can I proceed?
Please proceed.
Okay, thank you, Fred. Fred, thank you. Very kind words. Fred, I want to give you a compliment. You're always on time. You're hardworking. You check on me. You make sure that I'm well given information about the webinar. Welcome all lab technologists, technicians, people who work in the lab. One of the instruments we constantly use and we repeatedly use is a micropipette. Now, sometimes you're not sure whether you are pipetting the right volume. So I'm going to give you a very simple method of checking whether your pipette is dispensing the correct volume. It's very simple to do. It only requires a balance, a sensitive balance. So let's get the first slide out. So we are going to do two things today. We're going to check the micropipette, whether it's giving the correct volume. Secondly, we are going to check the accuracy of your electronic balance. Okay. Automatic pipetting devices allow repetitive, accurate measurement of micro volumes. Okay. So just want to move this fellow a bit here. Okay. And I've moved it too far. I think I moved it too far. Oh, let me see if I can get it out of the way. Okay. There. Still coming the way. So this pipette works on an air displacement principle. That means it has a rubber o-ring inside, and that is the one which creates the displacement. Okay. So how do we check whether our pipette is giving the correct volume? Correct. So there are at least 4 or 5 pipettes in the lab, mainly the one which goes from 100 to 250 to 500, and then you get one which goes up to 1 ml. And there is, of course, the other one which goes from 5 to 50. There are now, to reduce the stress on your fingers, there are electronic micropipettes, there are magnet assisted pipettes also. But my aim here is to find out that pipette you have been having for so long, maybe a year or so, and maybe one day you dropped it, is it giving the right volume? And how can I in-house check whether my pipette is functional? Okay. So frequency of checking the pipette, maybe 3 to 6 months, especially after dropping. And you have to check if the plunger, the one you are pressing, to the first level and to the second level, if the return is smooth. If it is not smooth, that means there is something wrong. And naturally, you need to check your pipettes for volumes, especially for QC issues and before audit. Checking volume accuracy of an adjustable pipette in a medical laboratory is usually done by the gravimetric method. That means you're going to weigh pure distilled water. This gold standard is simple and acceptable in audits. It is called gravimetric method. It uses pure distilled water, preferably with a TDS of 000, but any nearby distilled water will do as long as at room temperature. And it is covered and accepted by this ISO. And it is an accepted gold standard. Okay. What's the principle behind this method? A known volume of distilled water is dispensed and weighed on the balance. Because of the density of the water known, the weight is equivalent to the volume. So you need a balance, an electronic balance with a sensitivity of 1, preferably 2 decimal places. I would prefer 2 decimal places. But even 1 decimal place, even the balance in your mom's kitchen will do. As long as it's got 1 decimal place, it will work. So clean your balance, place a weighing vessel. I usually use the lid of a plastic urine bottle or a stool container, a new one. Then I tire and I get 0. Now I weigh the water. So sensitivity preferable 2 decimal place, but 1 decimal place you will get away with it. So you place the lid of a urine container, you tire, and then in our case, we have a 1,000 microliter pipette. Just 1 minute. Let me just a second. Eva, can you do something about the call? Okay, so we have a 200 to 1,000 microliter pipette. Adjust it to 500 microliter. Avoid air bubbles. You pipette the water twice. The second time you put it in the lid. And this is what the electronic balance should read. 0.5 gram. If it doesn't, repeat at least twice. I'm going to repeat this again. All you do is adjust your pipette. Say you have taken the 200 to 1,000 microliter pipette, adjust it to 500 microliters, pipette 500 microliters of distilled water and dispense it on the balance. And your balance should read that. If it doesn't, then there is an issue. And there is a sensitivity issue, which I'm going to discuss just now. Okay, so here is the volume. If it is 500 microliters, there is a point plus minus 5 microliters, not more. In most circumstances, you must get 0.5 gram for sure. Even this is too high. And if you're weighing 200 microliters, plus minus 2. But most pipettes, and with a good balance, you will get point exact amount. If it is 200, you'll get 0.2. Okay, so let's go a little further. Then this is the leakage test. You just pipette, let your pipette stand on a pipette stand, and then you wait for 60 seconds and see if there is any drop coming down. So this is also another area where you need to check your pipette. Okay, so now we come to common causes of inaccuracy. Most of the time is the O-ring. No, sorry, most of the time is not O-ring. Most of the time is dry blood and serum in the barrel. Poor quality tips, cracked or dirty tip cone. And sometimes, after say a year or so, you need to clean the O-ring and put some silicone in it. I hope that Fred will let me go to part B in the next webinar, where we shall actually dismantle the pipette and clean the O-ring and put some silicone on it. So these are the major causes, especially when you are returning the plunger very quickly. It all goes inside the barrel. And the reason why you are returning so quickly is because the pipette needs servicing. It should return softly. Okay, so now we want to check our balance. So if you are near a balance, an electronic balance, switch it on, and then look for a brand new Kenya shillings 20 coin and weigh. If your balance is accurate, it should weigh 8.9 grams plus minus 0.1 of a gram. If you can do it now while the webinar is going on, I'll be very happy. Just switch on your balance, electronic balance, look for a 20 shilling shining coin and weigh it. This is one way of checking your balance. These are the kind of balances you can buy from Jumia. And they have 2 decimal place and they only cost 1,500 shillings. If you order today, you should get it by the end of the week. Jumia is selling them for 1,500. It's called a mini digital scale for weighing jewelry. And they are very sensitive. Look at this, 2 decimal place up to 500 grams. Not expensive at all. Now comes the third part of this webinar. You can make your own pipette stand. Very simple. I'm going to give you my email. I can send you the exact sizes of this, but I want to show you another picture. Look, in our lab, this is our pipette holder. It's just a piece of wood, L-shaped. It is about 11 inches tall. Then you have 2 planks of wood and your pipette hangs. My carpenter charged me 300 shillings. So for 300 shillings, you can make your own pipette stand. If you want the specifications, you can write to me on email. Okay, I want to get permission from Fred that I can advertise my book. So is it okay, Fred?
Yes, and I hope you are repeating this.
Yes, certainly. So let me repeat, then we do the book. Okay. So I will go here first and start here. Checking volume accuracy of an adjustable micropipette in a medical laboratory is usually done by the gravimetric method. Very simple method. Weighing distilled water. It's the golden standard. It's ISO registered. It's simple, it's acceptable. Just take your micropipette, switch on your balance, and put a vessel on it, like a lid of a stool container or a urine container, and then you start weighing it. So here you are. So it's called gravimetric method. So here we are. You have pipettes. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 pipettes. And even this one, up to 50 microliters, you will be able to check whether it is accurate. It is very, if you have a balance which is 2 decimal place, this will give you a result very quickly. It will tell you 0.05 grams. This will tell you 0.2 grams. If you come here, this will tell you 0.5 a gram. If you use 100 microliters, it will tell you 1 gram. So every 6 months, every 3 months, it is at least on daily basis, you should clean your barrel from the outside only, because sometimes you can go deep in the tube and you will get blood there. So clean from outside with jig, but if you drop the pipette, you have to also check if the pipette plunger is not returning smoothly. You have to check. Checking volume accuracy of an adjustable micropipette is usually done by the gravimetric method that we have gone through. There we are. It's the same thing. Weight in milligrams of water is equal to volume microliters. Simple as that. Not difficult at all. If you have switched on your balance, you can do it right now. So you clean your balance, you put a vessel, you tire zero, and you weigh the water. The water is equivalent to the weight. The microliter here, say if it is 200 microliters, the weight should be 0.2 of a gram. Simple as that. Okay, let's just go to the next balance. Here we are. Ensure that your micropipette is clean, ready to function. Adjust to whatever you want. In this case, I've adjusted to 500 microliters. I weigh my water and it should give me 0.5 of a gram, period. Simple, very simple. And these are the plus minus. But in fact, you don't have to even think about this. This, most balances and most pipettes will give you a 0.2, 0.5, 1 gram. Spot on, spot on. Okay. Then you can do a leakage test where you pipette and you wait for 60 seconds and see if the pipette is giving drops, it's releasing water from the tip. If it does, there's a problem now. You have to open it and you have to put silicone and clean the O-ring and put silicone. But that is stage 2. Just do a leakage test. Okay. What are the causes of pipette problems? Damaged, worn out O-rings, cracked, dirty cone, incorrect, poor quality tips. I want to mention something around here also, and dry blood and serum, old Pilsner. Okay, now we have weighed, but we have to check whether our balance is working. So take a new, switch on your balance, take a new, brand new coin, 20 shilling coin from the bank. It should be shining. Weight, it should weigh 8.9 plus minus 0.1 gram. These are the balances which are available from Jumia. There are 2 decimal places. Here it is, mini digital scale, electronic, used for weighing jewelry. Balance is 0.2 decimal places, can weigh up to 500 grams, and it costs 1,500, and they will deliver in 2 days. By the way, I don't deal with them, but this is a good deal. You get an electronic balance with a 2 decimal place sensitivity for 1,500 at home in Kenya, delivered. Okay, now coming to making your stand. Here it is, you can see Eva has helped the stand. We made it here. It's L-shaped, slightly bent towards my side, and this is how it works. It's just a good carpenter will make this for you in 1 hour, and I got this made for 300 bob. So it's just L-shaped, 2 brackets on the side here, and there your pipettes are working. I couldn't remove this copy image, so I'm not very good at IT, but it tells you. The ruler tells you it's about 11 inches high. Okay, my book is available. Any part of Kenya, I will deliver it for 2,500. So this is my address. Eva, can you do something about that phone, please? Try. If you can't, don't worry about it. So my book is 2,500, delivered to any part of Kenya by bus or Nissan. And that is my number, M-Pesa. And this is my email if you want to know how to make the rack. But get a good carpenter who can just join 2 pieces of wood and you will get a good rack. Fred, how is it going?
Yeah, it's been very clear and short.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course, very exciting. So I think about the 20 shilling coin, I can see Franklin Comino has tried and he's saying, I've confirmed a 20 shilling coin weighed 9 grams. Okay,
That's
thank you,
okay.
Franklin. Yeah, I think we had plus or minus 0.1.
So his
Yeah,
balance
so
is working.
yeah, the balance is okay.
Yeah.
So I think there's a question regarding that from Samuel. Samuel Kipngetich joining us from South Sudan. And he's
Yes.
saying, how do you guarantee a 20 shilling is accurate weight? Okay.
You know, when they make these coins, each coin is exactly the same weight as the other coin. It is made by a computer. Coins are made in the mint. In the mint, there is no one coin which is heavier or lighter than the other. It is very strictly controlled by a robot. So it is the best thing to use because it's something available, and all you do is just know the weight. You can use actually three different coins: 5 shilling, 10 shilling, and 20. You just make weigh all of them, but they have to be brand new from the bank, shining. Each coin is exactly the same weight as the other, as long as it's new. We go next.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Ernest is asking, does frequency of checks vary based on checks complexity or workload?
Yeah, I think both, I think a pipette after some time, even if you are not using it, the silicone, or once or twice you must have pulled the plunger quickly and the blood or the serum went inside the cone and it dried there. So every 3 months, how even how much frequency or how little frequency you use it, it is better to clean it. The cone is very easy to open. Actually, in the next webinar, if Fred allows me, we will open the cone and we will service the O-ring.
Thank
Are you
you. Thank
there?
you.
Okay.
You can hear me, Taj?
Yes, I can hear you, but I didn't see another question.
Okay, I think Ernest is still asking that what specific records do assessors ask during such audits?
Okay. Now you see, this is not a Juakali method. This is an acceptable method, uh, and it has got an ISO registration also. It is called gravimetric method. It's a gold standard, and it comes under these brackets of ISO 8655 and ISO 15189. It is not a Juakali method. It is an accepted method as a gold standard. You see, today, if you were to send your pipette to your distributor and say, please take my pipette, check the volume and calibrate, it's going to cost you at least $100. This way, you can at least basically know whether your pipette is giving the right volume by just weighing the water. There are, of course, further, the next stage where I will show you to actually open the O-ring, and then we clean it, and then we clean the second barrel, then we also lubricate the O-rings. But as it stands, this is an accepted method.
Thank you, Taj. Thank you, Taj, for that. Yeah, I think it's still the same question from Ezra.
Mm.
Ezra is asking, can these locally thought ideas? Ezra, really. substitute our calibration. I think he has not used the exact words, but I hope it's still the same along the same lines.
I'm not getting you, Fred, what Ezra wants from me.
I think Ezra is asking whether whatever we are discussing can substitute the calibration.
Calibration, this is calibration. It is a gravimetric method, and it is a gold standard. You're weighing water, which is equivalent to the volume. The weight is equivalent to volume. Let me just take you back here a little bit. I'll just show you something here. Here, the weight is equivalent to your water volume. Exactly. As long as the water is at room temperature, your balance is accurate, you should be able to weigh and certain whether your pipette is accurate. But you cannot calibrate now. Calibration is a very difficult thing, and believe me, 99% of the time, your pipette does not need calibration. It just needs cleaning, servicing of the O-ring, and checking weight against volume. A good pipette, even a Chinese one, they don't break. You just have to make sure it's clean inside, and the O-ring is got some silicone on it, very tiny silicone. I'm done.
Thank you, Taj. I think it has elicited quite a number of reaction.
Yeah.
And Josh Kiro is asking, and in a case one cannot access distilled water, what are the options? Thank you, Josh, for the question.
Go to the nearest supermarket. A distilled water costs 100 shillings, please. They sell them. They call it battery water. It's 100 bob.
Thank you, thank you. And then there's another question from Ernest. Ernest is asking, at what point should a pipette be removed from service, even if deviations are small but consistent?
I don't know. Fred, can you help there? I don't know.
I think there's a slide you had on allowable error.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go there. Yes, if it is outside these ranges, then of course something has gone wrong, seriously wrong. If a 200 microliters goes beyond 2, then there is something wrong. So there is an allowable area, but 99% of the time, your pipette will last long as you service it. The main culprit is the drying of serum and blood inside your tube. That is when you start now pipetting and releasing very quickly. So the blood or the serum jumps into the cone. But if you use your pipette properly, slowly you release, and if you clean it, just the cone outside, inside, and you lubricate your O-ring, you should not have any calibration problems at all, at all. I've yet to see serious calibrations. Unless a pipette is dropped, then there may be a problem. But if you look after your pipette, even if they are Chinese, they last very, very long. Maybe even 4 or 5 years. Next. Next. Fred, next. Fred amepotea. Fred, can you hear me? Fred, can anyone hear me? Hello, Fred. Okay, if you are weighing 10 shilling, 10 shilling coin, Penina, first you have to weigh the 20 shilling coin and get 8.9 plus minus 0.1, and then you weigh 10 shilling coin and note the weight, and weigh the 5 shilling coin and note the weight, but start with 20 because that's what I worked on. I can't hear Fred. I don't know.
Thank you. I can hear you now. I think I was accidentally muted. Yeah,
Yes.
but I can hear you, and I think you have also handled the question from Penina
And
Mutira.
yes.
So I think there's a lot of compliments from Fatia Kamis saying good information. They are always direct and simple. Sure, thank you. Bernard is saying, I like the honesty of Mr. Taj in his presentation. Thank you. And I think many of your compliments that you have already written here. James Nyanjui saying good and simple calibration method. And I think there's one concern. Someone has raised his hand. This is Ferdinand.
Yes.
Ferdinand, I don't know whether you still want to speak. I can unmute you. Ferdinand, are you there? You can unmute yourself and maybe speak. Ferdinand?
What was his question? Anyway, we can answer him.
Thank you very much. Sorry for that interruption. I'm grateful for the presentation.
Thank you.
So now concerning the presentation on the calibration, okay, on the pipettes.
Yes.
My question was still on calibration here. Do we just go about doing the weighing? And now this pipette that we are using, we have different pipettes. We have got the fixed pipette and the adjustable ones. So can we go the only the calibration, but we just do the weighing? Thank you.
Gravitational method is number one, a gold standard. Number two, what I like about it is you can do it yourself. All you need, as one lab person said, where do I get distilled water? I told him, go to the supermarket. But most labs have distilled water. You change, if you have a pipette from 200 to 1000 microliters, you first weigh 500 microliters. Then you come down and weigh 250 microliters. Then you go up and weigh 750 microliters. Then you go and weigh 1000 microliters. That way, you write all the weights and they will be very accurate, believe me, as long as your pipette is clean and your O-ring has been serviced well. So you can adjust any volume you want. Believe me, if you have a digital balance of two decimal places, you can even weigh 50 microliters and it will tell you 0.05. It is that accurate, this method. It is something which is accepted even by the ISO. The very simple thing, very accurate, but you need to do it on all your pipettes every 3-4 months so that it will. This is where you get the bells ringing alarm that look, your pipette is not okay, clean it. All you need is to clean your pipette. There's nothing else to it. It's so simple, but you must be assured that the volume your pipette is giving is really truly the volume which is accurate. There's something else I would like to add here. If you are buying yellow tips and blue tips, because those are the two main tips we use in a routine laboratory, please buy good quality and buy calibrated yellow tips and blue tips. There are some, if you ask him, they are calibrated. So each time you fit, say for example, in 100 microliter pipette, it is already calibrated. There are circles on it, very faint, but you can see them. You can see where your 1000 microliter ring is. You can see where your 500 microliter ring is. You can also see where your 200 microliter ring is. Buy such yellow tips. They are slightly more expensive, but they are properly marked. So at vision level, you can also see that you are pipetting the right volume. They are not much more expensive than the normal yellow tips or the blue tips, but you can see those circles. The other thing is, if you can, and most of the countries in Europe, they use plugged tips. So serum never has to go inside the tip. But those are expensive because they come in a tray. But here in Kenya, it will be expensive to use a plugged yellow tip. But the ones which are calibrated are maybe 10% more expensive. If you are buying yellow tips at 500, this will probably cost you 550. So look out for calibrated tips. Red.
Yeah, thank you, Taj. I think it's a very good and wonderful presentation. I can see the comments from our members. Abel Nduki, can see Lydia Kinyanjui saying good topic and easy to carry out. Thank you, Lydia, for finding time to tune in. And then I think there's another concern. Although I think this one, Taj, we can schedule to come in later from James Kinyanjui. How do you remove serum or plasma which may remain in the pipette immediately after use?
Okay, say that again one more time.
Okay. How do you remove serum or plasma which may remain in pipette immediately after use?
Okay, what happens is sometimes when you let the plunger release itself very quickly, you'll find that the serum has gone into the cone. It's okay. There's nothing to panic here. All you do is there is a tool which comes when you buy a pipette. So you lift that part of the part which pushes the tip out. You lift that and you remove the first cone. Usually it's colored. It's usually red. So you remove that and you go to the nearest sink and you use jig 1% and you clean it and then wipe it well and then use distilled water and wipe it again and then you put it back. So that's not a difficult thing to do. There is a tool inside your box. And if Fred allows me, maybe our next webinar will be how to remove the first cone and how to remove the second cone and how to service the pipette, which you can do it yourself. You don't have to pay anybody 6,000 shillings to do it. It is very easy to do. The first one you will manage yourself. It is very easy. I'll guide you step by step how to service your pipette. But if you leave the serum inside, it tends to dry. That's where now the problems come. Next.
Thank you, Taj. I think that's all. We've come to the end of the concerns here and the questions. So maybe back to you, Taj, if you have anything. But I think we have adequately handled all the concerns.
So I'm going to remain to just summarize how we do this, and then I think then we can close it. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Basically, yeah. Okay, go on, Fred.
No, proceed. Just proceed.
Okay. Basically, this webinar is to show you the gravimetric method of how to check the volume which your microtiter pipette is dispensing. Is it dispensing the correct amount? Now, the method is a gold standard. All you need is distilled water and a sensitive balance, preferably 2 decimal place. So I just want to make sure you understand that the weight in milligrams is equal to the volume of water. That's all. So if something is weighing 0.5 of a gram, then the volume in microliters is 500. Simple. I won't go to the other volumes. That you will build yourself. That knowledge you'll build yourself. So let's see if there is an example here. You tire the balance and you weigh. Here we are. You pipetted 500 microliters of distilled water onto a balance. You got 0.5 of a gram. And now you can step down to 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, whichever you want. But you need a good balance. And then the second part of the webinar was there is an allowance, of course. The second part, then there is a leakage test. The second part of the webinar is how to test the sensitivity of your electronic balance. You take a brand new 20 shilling coin and it should weigh 8.9 grams plus minus 0.1. Then the final is you can buy this balance. It's available from somebody. Fred.
I can hear you very well.
Jessica wants to say something.
Okay, Jessica, let me give her the rights to speak. Jessica, you can go ahead and unmute.
Hello.
Yeah, Jessica, you can go ahead and unmute yourself. Okay, we proceed. Maybe it was accidental, but Jessica, you have the rights to speak in case you want to speak. Just unmute and speak.
Yeah, these balances which are electronic, they are portable. They work on 2 batteries, AA or AAA. The sensitivity is very good. 2 decimal place. Look here, 2 decimal place, and they can weigh up to 500 grams. You don't want them to go that far anyway, and they are normally used for weighing gold or necklaces or something like that, and they cost. Jumia sells it at 1,500. Here you are, and they deliver in 2 days. This balance is just superb. The cost of balances has come down. This kind of balances used to cost a lot of money. Here we are. You just need a room without a lot of draft, and the balance, as long as you don't weigh more than 500 grams on it, it works very well. Now comes the making of the pipette holder. You can make your own. You can see I've made mine. It's 11 inches high and maybe 10, 11 inches wide. It stands on a foot, and it's an L-shaped foot. And you put 2 other bows across here, and here you are, 300 bob, maybe 400 bob. You can make your own pipette rack, because pipettes are not supposed to be lying flat. They are supposed to be standing. But that's your prerogative with what you want to do. But you don't have to buy. You can build this. Yeah. The carpenter just at the corner of your road can build this. If you want the exact sizes, you email me and I will send it to you. This is my book. If you want to buy it, it's 350 pages. Everything I've mentioned today is in it. M-Pesa me, and I will send it to any part of Kenya. Delivery charges are on me. Fred? Hawa?
Thank you, Charlie, for that. I think that was very able of you, and I'm sure that.
Hello, 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 hello. I have lost you. I have lost you. Hello. Somebody has just weighed 200 grams, 200 microliters, says Joseph, and he says it's reading 0.2. There you are. So you know your pipette is working. It's very good. I'm very happy to hear that people are actually experimenting on it. Faiza, Dolo, thank you. Nice, very nice. Thank you, pipette calibration. Point 2, who is this guy who is weighed 200 microliters? Joseph, yeah, there you are. Joseph Arui, private message. Yeah, I can't get your number, Joseph Arui, otherwise I would call you. It's good. People are checking the balances. I think Fred has been muted. Somebody has muted Fred.
I'm okay now.
Okay. So a lot of people, Fred, have just in the last 1 hour have tried to check whether their pipettes are working. And Joseph Warui says, I weighed 200 microliters and I got 0.2.
Thank you. I think it's quite thought provoking. The presentation is quite thought provoking, and I think I think that's a good one for all of us, so that we don't just use this equipment.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Fred.
Yeah, so I think almost every lab has this machine, but maybe many of us have not taken keen interest to know whether it's working, its functionality. And I
Yes,
think that this presentation was very timely because
yes,
at least all of us are intrigued to go and check the accuracy of our electronic balances.
yes, and the pipettes.
Sure, sure.
No, it was good. Thank you, Fred. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. So I think on behalf of everyone who found time to join in today, I want
Yeah.
this opportunity to thank you. And also, in case you have any further concerns, you can always reach out. And also, if you have concerns to our speaker, the number's been there publicly. You can always reach out, and we shall be glad to assist where we can. Otherwise, we are very happy and glad to have all of you today. And until next time, have a very good evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.